because for some reason I'm unable to wait any longer till E3 2016. How about we share our thoughts on the Nintendo NX now that that patent's out?
Right. So explain what the patent has.
Alright, so from what I've seen, I haven't seen the entire patent. We've got specs confirmed to be equal to the PlayStation 4. We've got a confirmed no disk drive, a confirmed flash memory reader, a controller that's got a screen built into it, so that may be more for Wii U backwards compatibility. Though I'm not too sure how they're going to do it without a disk drive.
Or maybe they could carry it over from the Wii U.
Maybe. And yeah, that's basically it from what I've seen.
What?
Strict NDA with Nintendo Japan information on.
We're really interested.
NX platform. NX is a platform not tied with a single device. Okay, so that leads to more of the fact that this could be the merging of the home and portable console. You were going to say something?
So, no disk drive. Does that mean cartridges, right?
Potentially. Either cartridges or the one thing I would rather Nintendo don't do, because of where I live, and digital-only downloads.
Maybe they're making something like a Steam box.
Maybe.
I'm not sure if I would want to see that.
Contrary to popular belief, there are more countries outside of America, and other countries don't have that good of an internet connection. I'm still waiting for the national broadband network to have fiber optic directly to my house, which is gigabit download speeds.
Right.
I'm waiting for that one. It got to the country, or to the more rural towns first, and it's moving closer and closer to the CBD.
So,
personally, I think that should be the other way around.
But you're just still weighing on that FiOS, aren't you?
Yep.
I'm running on FiOS. I'm doing pretty well for myself. Then again, I'm in America where everyone's connected except for the middle of the country, because nobody lives there.
Yes, there's this large desert there. Though it's the same here, but we still have a town out there. It's called Alice Springs.
Right.
Yeah. Wii U is still in the picture thanks to good software results for games like Splatoon. And 3DS is a bit old. They're planning on replacing it. I'm just reading off notes of a link which I'm going to be posting in the description.
Although the 3DS is doing well for itself. The new 3DS is probably going to help with the 3DS's lifespan. I could see the 3DS lifespan lasting a long time.
Yeah, the 3DS isn't showing any signs of slowing down, but it's been out for quite a while now, actually.
Yeah, and it's still pretty usable since when I got it.
Yeah.
Then again.
Yeah.
Then again, my while playing Smash, my analog stick broke, but I fixed it.
Alright. Yeah, my XL is still holding together quite well. I wish I had a few more games for its library, but the library I have for it is still quite good.
Right.
So I've got stuff like Kirby Triple Deluxe, Fire Emblem Awakening. The game which I paid a fair bit for, but I haven't really played that much because it hasn't really caught my interest, is Animal Crossing New Leaf. And I'm kind of afraid to go back to it now.
You're afraid of all those villagers who might leave you?
Isabelle, you're my only friend. Help me.
Although I know how to exploit that game and make sure that no villagers move. There's a way to exploit that. I played that game so long. Maybe I should post my dream code.
Yeah, might be an idea.
Alright, I'll go on my New Leaf. Hopefully nobody will move at that time. I'm pretty sure they shouldn't. And I'll post my dream code if anyone wants to see my town.
I'll post it in the description as well, because if you just send it through the Skype chat, I can post it through into the description of this.
Right.
I would post mine, but mine hasn't really got a lot, so no, don't worry with mine. I only just got my house. That's how little I've played of it.
I played New Leaf a lot, so I have bunches of stuff.
Yeah.
Alright. So, and not only with the 3DS, the 3DS is still have games anticipating for it, you know, like, still crossing my fingers about Monster Hunter Cross. Come on. Come to America. Just just a little bit more.
I had my hopes for the great Ace Attorney, which I'm still really pissed about that my video on Ace Attorney 6 wasn't even an hour old before I was told about that.
Right. Oh, God.
So thank you for informing me of that one.
Oh, I thought you talked about that.
I did talk about the great Ace Attorney, in the fact that I wanted to see it come to, well, be translated into English.
Right.
And then you sent the link saying, yeah, we have no plans for it, so...
I'm sorry I just basically shot down your dream.
Admittedly, not... The fact that it's not getting translated doesn't really worry me that much. It's just because of the fact that this is a case of another one like July, where my video wasn't even a day old before I had to... Actually, a few days old before I had to bring out something that wasn't in the content montage, because Hasbro decided to release the trailer for Friendship Games, and I got the request to cover it. So I had to basically put out that first impressions, which at least gave me an excuse to also cover Terminator Genesis. Anyway, let's create a platform where they can develop software for multiple devices with ease. So, yeah, this...
Sorry, I'm typing something in.
Yeah, it's basically linking it to the fact that this is probably going to be a bridge between the home console, the portable console, and their work starting off ties with the mobile industry.
Right. Is this confirmed to be a console?
It's confirmed to be in development. As to what it is, we have no idea yet. The only reason why we think it's going to be a console is because of that patent.
Right. But I'm not sure if I could imagine a newer console with no disc compatibility.
Nor can I. I'd like to at least have some way of playing discs. Like, if it was an add-on for the system, like a peripheral, I'd be fine with that, because it would at least help with that backwards compatibility thing. But at the same time, going back to cartridges, it sounds like a good idea in theory, because you can do a lot more with cartridges than you can with discs. But yeah, it's just going to be the fact that there's this nagging feeling this is going to be download only.
Right.
Which I'm really hoping that it isn't.
It shouldn't be. Although if we do go back to cartridges again, games like Shovel Knight would have a little more of a authentic feel.
Yeah.
Even though Panoramic scrolling was never a thing in NES, I've learned.
Yeah. And as well, with what you can do with cartridges for it is, instead of having the DLC saved to the to the console itself, you can have the DLC saved to the cartridge.
That saves a lot. Like, that saves a lot for me, which, you know, you get like blocks filled up. Right now I can't play Smash because of it.
Smash Brothers!
What?
Smash Brothers!
Yeah, I can't play Smash because of it. I have to wait on a new 3DS right now. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that cough, by the way.
Oh yeah, you coming down a case with Smash Bros. There.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like, it would mean that you'd have a lot more space to download games to the system itself, and you wouldn't have to worry about having to balance DLC and with download games. So
right. This is why I buy all my games separate, not just download them. Why?
I'll download some games depending on what the game is. Like, I've got download to my Wii U's hard drive Kirby's Return to Dreamland and the Metroid Prime trilogy, but that's because I'm not paying $300 for 2 GameCube games and a Wii launch title.
The only download game I have right now is just Splatoon, which is just a bundle.
Yeah. Which, yeah, some games I'm perfectly fine with it being saved to the system. There's no problem with me. I've got Splatoon as a separate copy of it, but even when I got my Wii U bundle, I got Mario Kart 8 as its own physical thing, so...
Right. I mean, I might get the Happy Home bundle, maybe. I do really want that Monster Hunter bundle, but now that I see the Happy Home bundle has a has, you know, we're getting the regular 3DS. I'm really happy about that, so I'm probably gonna get that.
Yeah, it's because it's not like I haven't had the regular new 3DS since November last year.
Yeah. And I can change what do you call it, the faceplates to Monster Hunter Cross once we get Board to America. I'm having high hopes here. I want to fight Lagiacrus again. Come on.
Don't mind me, I'm just booking in your appointment to Arkham Asylum.
What's with Arkham Asylum?
Sorry to bother you, Doctor. She's having a lot of high hopes with this. Do you have anything that could probably help with that one?
No. Please, Cross, come to America. This is probably gonna be my.
That's what people are saying about Mother 3.
Mother 3 is old.
Yes. So what's your point?
My point is that Monster Hunter 4 sold over 1 million copies in America.
Point taken.
There you go. But what's more about the NX?
Yeah, so the Nintendo Network ID, so that'll probably also mean stuff like Miiverse will be tied to it. They'll show...
Yeah.
We're going to be getting a lot more information E3 2016. I know that much for certain.
Right.
As to whether it launches, if it's going to be at E3 2016, that'll mean Christmas 2017
Right.
launch.
I think Club Nintendo will be back in back in North America when the NX probably releases.
I think it's going to be back before the end of the year, if not early next year. And on a side note, I do love all the all the stuff they were putting onto the Australian and New Zealand in Club Nintendo eShop, like the Mario Kart 8 trophies.
Oh, you get so good things, and I get nothing.
We didn't before. Trust me, we didn't before.
Well, now you're gonna get all the good things, because...
Well, not anymore, because it's gone now. It's shut down.
Wait, shut down for you?
I'm pretty sure it's shut down now.
Go check.
If not, it's shutting down very, very soon.
What's going on with Club Nintendo? Is it gonna shut down Europe as well?
It's shutting down globally.
Really?
Yeah.
Why was North America the first to shut down?
Because you got barely anything?
True. Yeah.
Because Reggie hates you?
Impeach Reggie. But now that we're gonna get the new 3DS, I'll come, like the regular 3DS, I'll come in some slack. Nah, can't speak.
Yeah. Have a glass of water.
I don't have water on me.
Here's one thing. Big focus on the OS as well. They hired people that worked for Google on Android. The guys who worked on the GameCube OS and Wii U browser are the two optimized versions of the same OS for every NX platform, so akin to something like Windows 10. Each with its set specific functions. Updates will come out at the same time. They're focusing on making the OS blazing fast on every platform.
Maybe they're trying to compete with the Xbone, trying to make something like a computer almost, with a better browser or something.
That's what it sounds like.
So, what's Steambox?
Yeah. The home console can connect with the portable to send its own version of the games you buy. Will use the same tech as the Wii U, as the Wii U gamepad, streaming to that, or the internet connection. So again, like it basically sounds like they're going to turn the 3DS into the controller for the system.
You mean the gamepad?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, because they're going to have a portable system, so that's why I said the 3DS.
Oh.
So, which I quite like the idea of, because I thought they were going to do that for the Wii U initially.
I mean, they kind of did that with Smash.
Yeah, they did it for Smash, and yeah, it works well. It could be better for Smash, but it worked.
Mm-hmm.
So, the port will have its own internal memory, which will be expandable, so SD cards.
What I'm really hearing right now with the expandable memories, and it just sounds like it's going to be a Steam box.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get
Which-
cartridges at all.
Again, I really don't want download only because my internet connection here sucks. And I'd rather not have to wait a week to download a game.
Sadly, I think this is what it's probably going to be. I don't see them going back to cartridges.
They might, because again, it's supposed to be the home console, the portable console, which every single Nintendo portable console has had and cartridges.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be that it might be that for the home console as well.
Maybe, or maybe you could get these special cartridges and put in your 3DS. I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh wait, I got a theory. You said expandable memory, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the cartridges will be the same thing as the expandable memory.
Maybe.
Maybe
Which,
what?
yeah, that would work quite well.
Maybe it could be like a part Steambox, part cartridge.
What the N64 would be like if it was a Steam box.
It kind of sounds like this thing would be homebrewed really easily.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing that's the reason why they're not saying a lot about this, because this screams homebrew within a week.
Yeah. Don't they have
third part?
They have homebrew 3DS right now, right?
Yeah, which somehow appeared shortly after Mr. Iwata died, so
Oh. I'm not really.
take of that as you will, but a lot of people are saying that Iwata took the secrets of keeping a system homebrew free with him to the grave.
Oh,
Oops.
that's terrible.
A little funny when you stop to think about it, but
Kind of scary.
that might just be my sense of dark humor talking, though. They approached third parties during E3. Capcom, Square Enix, Ubisoft, and EA already have dev kits. Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, Sonic, F-Zero, and Metroid are in development.
Wait,
We knew about Metroid.
Wait, Capcom, you said? It's confirmed. But go on.
Coming to the Nintendo NX, Mega Man 11.
I was talking Monster Hunter, but that works too.
I know, that's why I went to Mega Man.
Aren't they having like another Kickstarter game based on Mega Man?
Yeah, Keiji Inafune's already got it. I think he's got 3 different Kickstarters on at the moment.
Oh god.
Yes, anyway, we know Dragon Quest was accidentally confirmed when Square Enix talked about it, because they announced that they're considering developing it for the NX, but then quickly backpedaled, so it sounded like you had people from Nintendo in the back of the crowd just waving their hands in front of the NX saying, "We haven't officially talked about it yet, cut."
Right.
Final Fantasy, if they're going to do Dragon Quest, they're going to do Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic, I have no idea what Sega's doing with the franchise at the moment, because they said they were going to move to specifically the iOS and Android games only. So now to hear stuff like this, it's like, make up your bloody minds!
Maybe we're getting another Sonic Boom game.
Don't even joke about that.
Hey, they already did. They made a Sonic Boom 2.
Yeah, I know, and I'd rather they not go any further. There's a reason why I've completely ignored Fire and Ice on the side, period.
You know, this has been the first in years, a Sonic game actually had a sequel.
Yeah.
Last was Sonic Adventure 2, wasn't it?
Actually, yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 technically did have a sequel after it,
Wait a minute.
and it was called Sonic 06.
Oh, no, no. It didn't. Well, just
It might as well be Sonic Adventure 3.
No. That's not what I mean. We had Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and then stuff happened. Then we got Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. Technically, Sonic Adventure DX and Battle. It's kind of fuzzy. But,
Yeah.
I mean...
Actually, now that I think about it, there is one other Sonic game that did get a sequel.
What?
Sonic and the Secret Rings.
Oh, yeah, and Sonic...
The Storybook Trilogy.
Yeah, and Sonic the Black
Trilogy?
Knight, whatever
Duology.
the third one is.
Yeah. There isn't a third one.
Right. I didn't know what you meant by trilogy.
Yeah, no, I just stuffed up with that one.
Yeah.
The storybook series is what I meant to say.
So, Sonic Boom. Of all games, Sonic Boom gets a sequel.
Why? Okay, the TV show was kind of good, and the cartoon, well, the comics.
We'll get to the comics.
Yeah. Let's just say there's a reason why I'm currently sticking with Worlds Collide as the Archie representative.
I still should read those.
Worlds Collide is okay, better than Worlds Unite. Though I'll save that one for when I get to Worlds Unite.
Right. Maybe when
F-Zero, oh yeah, go on.
Maybe when I get to finish Worlds Collide, do you want to do a co-op review on that?
Yeah, sure.
All right. But
we're gonna have another problem like we did with the next joint review that we're doing after the one we just finished recording, but still, we're not talking about that one yet. Back to the NX though. F-Zero, I think you guys are dreaming for this one. However, if Need for Speed does turn out well, they could outsource this to the guys who develop Need for Speed, in which case, yeah, I could see it working. Maybe. And then we have Metroid, which is Metroid Prime 4, which was confirmed to be in development.
right.
That Metroid game, I think, is going to be a launch title. If not, within the year of launch. At the latest.
Right.
We haven't confirmed for the pricing, though. The prices will be low, 200 to 300... I want to say that's euros?
Yeah, it's euros.
Yeah, 200 to 300 euro, which, that's quite cheap, so...
Well, Nintendo is trying to keep at the cheapness they always tried to keep, you know?
Since the Wii, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Many things will be discussed in future Nintendo Directs, which we're still waiting on
Right.
for the next one. Just saying, guys.
I think about next year we're probably going to hear something about the NX turn-up.
We're going to hear about it at E3.
Right.
That's when they're going to just pull away the curtain and go, here it is!
Well, I'm not sure if they would do that yet. I think it would still be a prototype by then.
Well, seeing as the way they announced the Wii was, they showed off a picture of it, then Iwata pulled it out of his suit jacket.
Right.
And he did that for the 3DS.
3DS, right.
And I think also for the DS. So, it's becoming a sort of tradition now. I think the only one that didn't do that was the Wii U.
Or I wonder if they'll keep this tradition with whoever's going to be the president of Nintendo right now.
Do we have any news on that one?
If there was news, I would have heard about it.
True. What else do we have? A new 3D Mario, of course, will be shown along with the new Zelda trailer, of course. Retro moved their project on the NX, which is Metroid Prime 4. The new Club Nintendo. There will be an inbuilt full function for the NX. Considering making agreements with phone carriers in order to better manage applications like Miiverse, Club Nintendo, and the ability to purchase software by phone. Some of these will be out by March 2016. And then something else that they left as an extra bullet point, which I'm pretty sure is just a typo.
Right.
So, yeah, that's pretty much it, though, from what we know of the NX. But aside from Monster Hunter, what would you like to see for the NX?
I'm still waiting on that Paper Mario Wii U game, so whatever I'm waiting on the Wii U, it's probably going to be moved to the NX.
I'd say that's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah. Ooh, what would I be waiting for? I don't know.
Well, what about stuff that isn't going to be out for the Wii U but could work? And what franchise would you like to see return now that they've got... Because we're going to have the Wii U gamepad again, basically, so...
Right. Well, maybe F-Zero, because we haven't had an F-Zero game in God knows how long.
It's been over 10 years, as quoted by the F-Zero fanbase.
Right. It's been over 3,000 years. Ooh, console Pokemon games, maybe.
I'd like to see that. Mainly because the last console Pokemon game was Pokemon Battle Revolution,
Yeah.
which I have a copy of. It's not very good.
I mean, I'm still kind of waiting on Pokemon Snap. What I would really like to see, like what they did with Splatoon, is more original games with original IPs.
Yeah. I'd like to see that as well. And mainly I do also want to see a sequel to Splatoon for it. Because that worked quite well. I'd like to see where they go with it from there.
I would like to see more third-party games. Now to see...
Nintendo and third parties? Oh, don't make me laugh.
Hey, it happened. They have a third-party amiibo, you know.
Point taken.
So I think that Nintendo is moving forward with third-party. If it's a good third-party and popular third-party like Shovel Knight, Shantae, whatever you have out there.
Yeah, the reason why I say it is because I basically remembered a quote by Yahtzee with it. It was him basically comparing himself and making friends to Nintendo and making friends with third parties.
Right.
And I'm gonna save that from there because this is a zero punctuation review and I like to keep these things child friendly.
Yes.
To an extent.
Hey, you cursed before.
That's why I censor it.
Okay.
I think the only time I didn't censor something was just because I was lazy. And I needed to rush out that video.
Right. So, yeah, I could see more third-party games go on the NX. Albeit good third-party games. I'm not saying Five Nights isn't good. I just don't see it on a console.
Well, actually, the Five Nights at Nights could work with the Wii U gamepad because it would be a lot less... like having the map on the gamepad.
That could work. Yeah, it could. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you could use the gamepad as the camera function.
Yeah, that's what I meant by map.
That would be cute. Anyway.
Then it'll just be a matter of keeping their eyes locked onto the screen as the jump scares happen, because then I could just go, I don't want to look!
I could probably see like a...
Oh, look at the map!
I could probably see a Five Nights game working as like a Wii U exclusive. Or NX.
Yeah.
I'm so... Get Scott on that. I want to see that, actually. Five Nights...
Yeah.
Five Nights 5, because Five Nights at Freddy's would not end.
No.
Also...
Don't remind me.
Five Nights 5 confirmed being released tomorrow.
Don't even joke about that.
Imagine that's gonna happen one day.
Knowing Scott, yeah, it will happen.
Oh my god.
Well, I guess the other things, Ukulele being ported to the NX.
Yeah, that's what I also mean about third parties. We'll get that weird Mega Man.
Well, that's more indies rather than third parties.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, Shovel Knight's indie game. I mean, if it's not developed by Nintendo, it's third party, no matter if it's indie game or not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Well, hell, I know of one game we're getting for the Wii U that could be ported to the NX. We're getting Minecraft on the Wii U! In its adventure mode. Well, it's story mode.
Right.
So we're basically getting a Minecraft adventure map for the Wii U. And that's it.
More points taken why mods are better than than actual Minecraft.
Yep.
Telltale Games, I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah, if I want to play a game with a lot more story in it, I'll play Ace Attorney.
Right, or any other game, really.
Yeah. And not meaning to shamelessly plug things, but if you want, you can check out my and CJ's first opinions on Ace Attorney 6 right here.
Yeah, annotation.
Yes. And yeah, I will plug my content whenever needed.
Well, it's nice that you're playing your own content. Just
Yeah.
plugging someone else's content is kind of weird. Anyway, I think, is this all that we're gonna say about the NX?
Well, I guess we could also go into, because we know we're going to be getting some games, like we're going to get a new Smash, maybe.
Ooh, maybe.
We're going to get a new Mario, we're going to get a new Zelda.
Maybe we'll get a new Animal Crossing for the console, even though it's much better on portable.
Well, it could actually work here because the NX is supposedly going to be the console and the portable combined. So
That can work. That's where the new Animal Crossing is going to be.
yeah,
That would be amazing.
and because it's Nintendo, we do have to talk about it at some point. What do you think the new Mario is going to be? And this is Nintendo and a new console. We're getting a new Mario.
It would be something like 3D World or Galaxy or whatever we had. It would just be another Mario. It would just be a brand new Mario title. I don't know what what gimmick they're gonna be this time. Super Mario Wind Waker Explorers at Sea.
Explorers of the Sea?
Sure, yeah. Mario's a pirate.
Insert Captain Jack's theme here.
If this happens...
Actually, no, don't really, because I'll get sued. Don't. Abort.
If this actually happens, I'm going to scream.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'd like to see more connections to the GameCube stuff, so, like, a new Paper Mario akin to 1,000 Year Door, which I still need to play.
Oh, yeah.
Super Mario Sunshine 2, as another example. I'd like to also see a bit more done with the Galaxy formula, because I love the Galaxy games to death, especially the first one.
Maybe we'll get Galaxy 3.
I want that so much.
I mean, Rosalina is still a popular character. I can't see him not do it.
Yeah. Oh, hell, make her playable in Galaxy 3.
Ooh, yes. Maybe scratch Mario. It would be Super Rosalina Galaxy.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a theory. Have you ever heard of Amiibo Party with Animal Crossing?
Yes, we're getting that.
Yeah, I know. Maybe they're gonna have Mario Party based off that. I would love to see that.
We already have that. It's in Mario Party 10 and it sucks.
I know, but I mean more expanded on.
True. I'll have to wait and see how they handle it for Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival.
It looks pretty fun. I do want to play that.
On the subject, though, of Mario Party, I'd like to see a return to the Mario Party 2 and 3 formula.
Please.
Maybe 4 or 5 at the most.
Remove the car.
No, here's how you do it. You please everybody with this. Mario Party, akin to the old school Mario parties. Bowser Party, the car. And Amiibo Party being something completely revamped.
Right. Or
you please everybody there.
Or they.
That's easy money, Nintendo.
I think the easiest money.
Easy.
I think the
easy money.
I think the easiest money is for them to make it like what Amiibo Party is now.
Yeah. Oh, even more easy money for stuff. Sega, you want something to do with Sonic? Here's an idea. NX Chow Garden. Done.
Ooh, I would love that. What if they had a game that's just a Chow Garden?
Yeah, and you could do that for the NX. Like, going to Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver as the example, we had the Poké Walker.
Mm-hmm. We had
have the portable console being that for the Chow Garden. Done.
We also had My Pokemon Ranch, which is just boxes.
I never think. Yeah, basically. Though I never got My Pokemon Ranch.
Right.
Maybe because I never had my Wii connected to the internet. So.
Oh, I would love the Chow Garden. Oh, that would be so good.
Well, hell, apparently Sega's working on a new Sonic game, so...
Well, it's gonna be a Sonic Boom 3.
I hope so much that, you know the gag of, in case of emergency, break glass, that meme?
Yeah.
I hope Sega's is Chow Garden.
Right.
Because we know Nintendo's is Mother 3.
Sometimes when Sega looks at Chows again, I'm like, they're gonna be like, Kiaos? What are these?
Actually, no, because they did mention them in Sonic Generations, where we had Chow in Space 1, 5, and 9, I think it was.
Oh yeah, and cream and cheese.
Yeah. So they know Chows exist.
Yeah. Just not in Sonic.
But I think the last time Sonic touched a single Chow was when BioWare did a Sonic game, and it sucked.
Right. So, high hopes on Chow Gardens. Probably won't. It'll probably be a Sonic Boom 3. Ugh.
The one thing I do specifically want to see for the NX, though, because now it is one of the only 2 Nintendo systems where you cannot download a single game for on the current system. GameCube.
GameCube backwards compatibility, you mean?
GameCube eShop titles.
Oh. Yeah. We need those.
That is now the only that is one of the only 2 systems that the Wii U cannot play.
Well,
The only other one being the Virtual Boy. And I don't think anyone would care if we didn't get a Virtual Boy for an eShop.
well, seeing how this is basically going to be a Steam box, yeah, I could totally see that going.
Yeah. Oh hell, we've already got GameCube controllers that can plug into Wii remotes. So
All we need is the games.
yeah.
Hey, maybe we can get Melee on this.
Yes, and that way we can hopefully keep the Melee fans to shut up about it.
I could imagine like a Melee fan is crying and Nintendo just gives them Melee for the eShop and that'll just calm them down.
Until they realize there's lag spikes in it now and it's not exactly like the original, in which case they'll continue to bitch and moan.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not exactly like Melee. I'm gonna play Melee on my still existing GameCube because it doesn't have any input lag or whatever.
Ugh. Grow up, Melee fans. Please.
Smash.
You're making us all look bad.
Smash 4 is the most balanced and best game that we ever had.
Yeah, and it's still being balanced unless you consider nerfing Greninja every update to be bad.
They just say to nerf Greninja because everyone hates Greninja. Smogon hates Greninja, and
Smogon hates every Pokemon.
True.
Let's be realistic here. They banned Mega Gengar before the game launched.
Very true. Well, Greninja didn't need to be banned. We need love for this frog.
How many Smogonites does it take to change a light bulb?
None though. Just ban
Case in
it.
point.
They're just ban.
Case in
They would
point.
ban the light bulb.
They'd ban electricity.
Oh my god. So what else?
Well. I'd like to see some PS4 games get ported over.
Like, which games?
Arkham Knight.
Oh yeah.
Not the PC version. Not the PC version.
Is
The console version.
so is the NX going to be as powerful as those?
That's what the specs are saying at the moment, yeah.
All right.
But a lot cheaper because of that no disk drive sort of thing, so...
Right. I'm starting to like this no disk drive cartridge idea now.
Yeah, I would love it to be cartridges. If it's discs, then I'm going to be sticking with the Wii U until a disc version comes out.
Right.
Because if they are going to do a no-disc version, okay, fine, give us a disc version to compensate. I don't care if it's more expensive, just give us a disc version.
Right.
So people can decide. So, just trying to think of what else could be good for games in that launch window. Like,
Well, Nintendo kind of has a bad history of launch titles.
you call Melee and Luigi's Mansion a bad launch?
Well,
Or Super Mario 64?
well,
Or Super Mario World?
well, I mean since Wii.
Even the Wii, I think, did okay. I think the Wii U had the worst launch out of all of them. Because again, like with the Wii's launch, we had Twilight Princess, we had Metroid Prime 3, we had a confirmation of Smash Bros. Brawl, we had Super Mario Galaxy, which was going to be a launch title.
Right. 3D.
The Wii U was the only one that had the worst launch.
3DS was a little bit of a tough launch too because all we really got was ports.
Yeah, the 3DS and the Wii U had the roughest launch.
Yeah, so
But I still think they can pull off a good launch, but they have to have stuff in the backlog ready to go for that launch.
well, since we're getting all these confirmations, especially with the Dragon, what was it?
Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest. It would probably have a pretty good launch. I could see this NX lasting a bit too.
Yeah, especially with the no cartridge system and the amount of power it's got at its potential, you can do a lot with it. Like, it's very versatile.
I could probably see the NX helping Nintendo get back after the rough launch and the rough life of the Wii U.
Yeah. And I think that's the only reason why it's got specs this powerful. It's because they need to try and reconnect with the more hardcore fan base.
Right.
Which... I'm probably one of the only people who actually defends the Wii and the Wii U for being more child-friendly, because, yeah, the games aren't going to be as good as the PS4 or Xbox One, but let's be realistic here, the games you're going to get for the Wii U don't need the specs of the PS4 or Xbox One.
Right.
So I'm perfectly fine with it. Like, yeah, it's a lot hard to develop for, but weaker specs, if it's for the games that it's going to get, I can live with.
Mm-hmm.
Admittedly, I do want to see a Super HD Super Mario game, but it's still going to be cartoony graphics, so it won't need all that power.
Yeah. What games would they need it for all this power if they were to make games themselves, not just port them?
That's just it. I can't think of a single game that would need
Besides
that level of graphics.
Besides Metroid?
Yeah, Metroid maybe, in terms of just pure graphic power. Maybe F-Zero for the high speeds, but even then, like, Mario doesn't need it. He'll look better with it, but he doesn't need it. Zelda, if they go for the realistic approach again, will need it.
Yeah.
But if they go for a cartoony approach, then no, they don't.
I would imagine.
Pokemon
I
won't
would
need it.
imagine the Zelda they have in their mind that they're trying to make might need the NX.
Maybe.
Like that.
They've been
like that huge open world Zelda they're trying to make.
Well, we've seen it working on the Wii U, so it is working on it.
Yeah, it is. But
and we've even got a video from Anuma himself saying, yeah, the game's finished, however, we're spending more time adding more stuff to it.
Right.
The core game's done.
Right. I think they're probably gonna release that game for the NX.
It's going to be another Twilight Princess where it's going to be out for the Wii U and the NX at the same time.
Right, I could see that. Well, maybe Star Fox could use it. Maybe.
Star Fox, I think, is relying a lot on Star Fox Zero. If Star Fox Zero launches, well, is generally accepted, then yeah, we're going to see another Star Fox game for the NX.
Right.
If not, then I hate to break it to you guys, but you're going to be waiting a while again.
So keep Star Fox Zero strong.
Yeah. Don't turn it into Federation Force.
Yeah. Well, soccer. Let's just call it soccer or football, whatever you call it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Actually, think about it. You don't play these games. I've only just gotten into them. NX Fire Emblem.
Oh. Maybe.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see what they do with it, because with that amount of power, because I think the last home console Fire Emblem game was for the GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
At least what was launched outside Japan.
I can guarantee you this about the NX. Do you remember when the GameCube came out, and with Thousand Year Door, I remember, Thousand Year Door would just have these cutscenes with a billion characters in them just to say, look at all the power the GameCube has. They're probably going to do something like that with the NX, where they're just going to have a game just boasting about how much power they have and what game you can play on it. They did this with, they're doing this with the new 3DS, they're going to do this with this.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. Like, that's the reason why Xenoblade Chronicles was ported to the new 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why Pikmin exists.
Right.
At all.
Yes.
That's the reason why Wii Sports exists.
There is a game, Pikmin. Even though that could work.
Yeah. Yeah, like, we know Pikmin 3 works on the Wii U. Like, I'm actually going to be renting it from CJ soon. You know what, the player, she's going to borrow my copy of Smash to compensate, but Pikmin 3 looks great on the Wii U.
Yeah. Imagine
a Pikmin Thor? 4?
Pikmin 4.
Actually, no, Pikmin Thor. Make that happen.
Yeah, I would love to see that. Probably, maybe you would get not only 100, maybe even more than 100 Pikmin or whatever.
I don't think they're going to do that, because that's now into strategy.
Right.
The reason why they did it for the GameCube was because of they couldn't the GameCube physically couldn't handle anymore. The Wii U could easily handle a lot more than 100 Pikmin, but they still kept it at 100 Pikmin.
Right.
So.
But if they do make a Pikmin 4, I want them to at least expand the game, because Pikmin 3 felt really short.
I think that's launch title. Or launch window title.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why it's that small. It's because they had to rush it for the launch.
Right. But I mean...
Though, again, now that I'm thinking about it more, I'm liking this idea of Pikmin Thor.
Yeah.
Again, having a Thor Pikmin, that would be hilarious.
And if they're gonna have a new Pikmin, they're gonna add more Pikmin. Like, I don't know, clay Pikmin. I'm just throwing ideas out there.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably maybe a jelly Pikmin where it can crawl through things, absorb things. I don't know.
What, have the blob Pikmin?
Yeah, a Pikmin that's just a blob.
Actually, no, Splatoon Pikmin.
Squid.
Just throw paint everywhere.
Okay, we're gonna have.
Why is that not a weapon
Alright,
in Splatoon?
Alright, we're gonna have something that's similar to what Yoshi's Woolly World does with Yoshi and Amiibo. We're gonna have a Mario Pikmin, we're gonna have a Link Pikmin, Bowser Pikmin, whatever.
I want that so much now. Sonic Pikmin, make that happen.
Oh my god, we gotta have a fast Pikmin.
Oh, Mega Man Pikmin.
It would shoot little blasters at Bulborbs. It would see.
The Inklings is Pikmin.
What I basically said with Blob Pikmin, it would just be Squid Pikmin.
Yeah. Oh, they get to shoot little blobs of paint and trip walls.
This is gonna be so good. But do we look like we work on Nintendo? We wish, but we're not.
We wish. But no. I was trying to think of it. Because I'm going through their entire catalogue of games and thinking of stuff that could work with the GameCube gamepad and the graphical capabilities of the PS4.
Arkham port, whatever.
Yeah, Batman Arkham Knight.
Yeah. Maybe.
Actually, why didn't I not think of this earlier?
What?
Kingdom Hearts 3.
It's probably going to be another Sony. I could see them just Sony keeping Kingdom Hearts for themselves.
Actually, no, because almost every single Kingdom Hearts portable game has been out on Nintendo systems, and the Kingdom Hearts 3 is already confirmed for PS4 and Xbox One, and maybe even PC.
Oh.
Maybe. So Kingdom Hearts 3 on the NX, that makes a lot of sense.
Alright, I could see that. Oh, my poor Wii U with only 3 games on it. It's gonna be outclassed so soon.
Yeah, at least this is going to have backwards compatibility, so you don't have to lose the games, just the console.
True.
Unless it is not going to be able to play those Wii U games, in which case, yeah, you're screwed.
Right. Who wants my Wii U, kids?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright.
That's because I can't even play any of your games anyway here because of that blasted region lock, which I want them to get rid of.
Hey, you could still get Amiibo without any region lock.
No, and I'm thankful for that, but I don't like systems with region lock. Though that might just be because I lived in a place where games for the PS4, well, for the PS3 were like $100 each.
Right. I wouldn't expect Nintendo to get out of the region lock thing, because that's kind of an anti-piracy thing as well. So, meh. I'm sorry.
It's not really like DRM. It's mainly it's trying to keep games the games for the individual countries being used for that country. Like, I can get games from Europe, no problem. It's the same region.
Right.
But I can't get games from America. That doesn't work.
Japan.
And Japan.
Yeah.
Though I don't really want to try with Japan anyway, just because I can't read Japanese anymore.
Yeah, but it's like PAL and I don't know what the other one's called.
Your one.
Yeah, mine is called something else. Begins with an N.
NTSC, I want to say?
Yeah, it is. I think. I don't know. I'm going off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But that's basically just it. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, we're going to talk a lot more about this once we have more confirmed details.
Maybe at the next.
But that will be a
maybe at the
post
next-
E3 video.
Maybe at the next E3 we're gonna have a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to have a lot of stuff to talk about with the Tokyo Game Show, because now I'm really curious to see what the hell Sega has planned for Sonic, because if he's getting a game on the system, that means they're not going to entirely move away from home portable consoles.
Sonic Boom 3.
Don't joke about that.
Another Sonic phone game. Shadow
Well,
Garden.
they're actually not that bad, so...
Shadow Garden phone
The fun-
game.
No, that's what people want them to do with iOS and Android.
Yeah. Freemium, so you can upgrade your chows easier.
Don't even joke about that one, though.
Hey, if it's on the phone, freemium is going to happen.
Sadly.
Freemium on the NX.
Oh, God, no.
Hey, they are getting.
Oh, for the love of Arceus, no, don't.
Hey, they are getting people that worked on phone games on the NX. It's probably gonna happen. They did it for the 3DS.
Still, no.
Which Pokemon Shuffle is on the phone right now?
Yes, I actually got a code to get a Lucarinite for the phone, but I already have it for the 3DS, so...
Right. I just kind of stopped playing Pokemon Shuffle altogether. Because I got stuck in frustrating them. Yeah.
I'm currently stuck at Mega Glalie, which is why I'm trying to capture M-Ball.
Right. No, I'm trying to 100% that game.
Shuffle, or...
Shuffle.
Eh. Oh, you poor unfortunate soul.
It's hard.
Says the one working on that secret project, because this is going to go out before that review.
Right. Alright. Anything else?
No, I'm pretty much good, if you are.
Yeah, I am.
Alright, well, see you guys for Akemi ga Kill.
And keep your fingers crossed about the NX. I'm kind of happy about
Yes.
this now.
Yes, and keep it, and let's hope that it doesn't get download only.
Well,
Later,
if
guys.
the cartridge could be good, we're good.
Yeah, we're good if it's cartridges.
Alright.
Anyway, later, guys.
Bye.